Yeah, and look, Brazil is trying to come off AmeriCup 2 years ago where they took home.
Brazil won a perfect 4-0 in group play. They were dominant, and they had a big statement win over Canada. Brazil with a 7-0 record. As we start things off, Brazil win the opening tap. We've seen Brazil dominate the glass in pool play, averaging 53 rebounds per contest. As Ramos's layup not there. Victoria on the other end on the outlet pass and finishes for two. Marina Valenzuela 6'2". She is going to come off the bench at some point. Provide maybe some size for Mexico as Ramirez backing one in.
Ramirez, the purple haze. Incredible finish for her, and you're going to see a lot of unconventional finishes from Hazel Ramirez. One that's not unconventional, Carlin.
Of course, the team that wins it all will have the automatic berth in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Victoria for three. That's off the mark. She'll get her own. They spray it out and move it around. Nacimento's first three falls. Brazil, and right now on 11 points, Brazil has those 5 assists to your point, Kelsey, just moving the rock beautifully.
Yeah, and I mean,
De Oliveira with the trigger. Nascimento for three. That's her second.
I really like what Coach Des Abeda said there. She said, we're getting the looks.
Get to work offensively. Spinning in the lane. Somehow kept her pivot. Now continuing to dance. Lost control of the ball. Got it back. Mura thought it was a double dribble.
You can keep that defensive toughness that you're showing Brazil and kind of forcing them into shots they don't love. And then on the other end, you hope those start to fall.
That Pokey Chapman loves is that two there by Cardoso, and then Kaká Martins getting her hand to it and able to create another turnover. That's a 5th here for Mexico in the quarter.
And that's the defense that you mentioned earlier that kept a tough Canadian team to just 5 points in the final quarter in that game. And
over the top of Dantes, can't get that to drop. Kaká Martins turns it over as Laura was able to track back and get in position for that steal. Heel will try the corner from three. Indeed. And playing for Fresca in the Brazilian league, shot 34% from deep. Here she is now in the open floor. Martins trying to chase her down. Heel got inside and laid it in. A 5-0 personal run for Heel. Caused some problems with this 2-3 zone. Last couple of minutes of play here. Ferreira, Dantes open for three. Indeed.
On the offensive end from Brazil, but it makes it more difficult when you're out.
Trying to spray it out to Dantes, and it goes all the way back to the timeline. Dantes is going to try again for three. This one splashes through.
Your leader, your captain of the reigning champion, Brazil.
Yeah, Dantes turning 27 years old here on July 4th. Ferreira the other way. Counted in the foul.
What a finish. Grad student from Oregon State. She is so quick, so athletic.
Victoria has it. Gonzalo looking to get it inside to Dantes. I don't know how that pass got through, but Dantes able to catch and finish. Yeah.
Came within a millimeter of touching that ball to get the ball down low.
Not kidding. Meanwhile, Jaquez with the bucket and the foul on the other end.
With 22 points and 5 rebounds, and I feel like teams watch that, and now they're zoning in on her on the defense, making her life a little bit hard on the offensive end, but
not known much for her offense. So any offense you get from her will be a gift. Gallegos on the drive. Tough shot. Victoria might have got a piece of it.
Because one, she's a leading scorer on the offensive end, but you need her to play defense against the big players like Cardoso.
Cardoso working hard for two. Gallegos now moves it. Valenzuela for three. Indeed. It's going to have to be big now for Mexico in the middle of that zone. As Kelsey pointed out, Valenzuela with her communication and her impact has been able to be difficult to deal with. Laura here. Gallegos will try for three. That's off. She's going to chase down her own. Somehow got it to Vidalis. Vidalis, strong take. Trying to bulldoze her way to the rim. Couldn't get that shot to go. Cardoso with a strong rebound. Long pass ahead. It's Nascimento, stripped by Jeffries. Gallegos. Dallas, she'll try for three. Indeed.
They like to score in the paint. I mean, Pokey Chapman knows what she's doing. Didn't touch the paint there, though.
At all, and it's an in-and-out three by Nascimento. A run out here for Mexico. Gallegos felt the shadow being cast by Cardoso behind her, but Jaquez drills the three.
And that is just not the defense, or not the offense and not the defense that Pokey Chapman wanted out of that offense. And you still don't touch the paint.
To the bucket. The up fake. Kicks it back out. Gallegos. A lot more energy in this gym now over the last couple of minutes. Laura rolling. Rejected by Cardoso.
Physicality of Dantas when she was playing her one-on-one, but she's also just really smart and really good with her hands. You see her knock it out of bounds there.
Open for threes, the Oliveira, and she drills it. Gallegos keeping her dribble alive. Finds Laura for two.
Laura's first 2 points of the night.
Hands to Gallegos. Salo playing tight D. Jeffries at the nail. Great jab. Jeffries to the bucket. For Nascimento. Dantas at the nail. Kicks it back out. Victoria. Salo. 10 to shoot for Brazil now. And Nascimento able to get to the 10 for 2. Jaquez with the rebound. Gabriela Jaquez serving the situation. Able to get to the rim.
I talked about the assist there. Of course, that would have been an assisted shot, but early in the shot clock, not really moving the defense at all after one pass.
Laura steps out and drills one. Will come this side, the Oliveira. Driving inside, tough shot. Got her own. And a good block inside by Ramos. Jaquez inside on the rim run. Alana Gonzalo. They try to skip past it this side. Good ball movement. De Oliveira driving in. Finds Cardoso for Mexico. Could it be from this woman right here, Valenzuela? Martinez. Ramirez from the corner. Indeed. Cardoso with the catch. Sprays to Dantas. Dantas puts it on the deck now. Backing her way in. One-legged jump shot. It's pure.
She's someone who can just kind of relax, get a bucket, get things done for Brazil.
Valenzuela for three. Indeed. Ties the game with 4 minutes to go. Injury to settle the offense down. And now Carmelo Cardoso taking over in the last couple of minutes.
You have to go for the underdog. And because Mexico up against the reigning champs and Team Brazil, it's Mexico who feels like the Cinderella story in this one.
To give Brazil momentum back and to give them an 8-point advantage on Valenzuela. She's on 3 fouls still. Almost picked up her 4th there. And Cardoso inside for 2. A nice pass there by Mora.
Yeah, Mexico has had really scrambled offense so far in this game, and we've mentioned how it just hasn't looked like that, hasn't been polished. That time they use it to their advantage.
Valenzuela, a 2, foot on the line. Can't get it to drop. And here's De Oliveira in the open floor. Cardoso again. She's been dominating the paint in the last couple of minutes and gets that one to fall.
She kind of got stopped because she was so close to the sideline as well, so a tough spot to be in for Jaquez.
Kaká Malchines fires a pass into Dantas. Counted in the foul.
Brazil on a run of their own right now has really stolen the momentum, stolen the wind out of the sails of Mexico as they look to get back in it. You're right. A bucket right there.
Back to an 8-point advantage for Brazil. Mora at the nail. Driving inside. Able to get it off the window and in. For Mora. Gallegos in the paint. Tried to spray it out to Jeffries. Laura caught it instead. Jeffries with a great spin. And a nice finish at the cup. In the final 4, as you take a look at some of the best plays so far, as Victoria comes up with a theft. It'll be Mora. Fires a pass in, and Dantas didn't even need to look at the rim that time to lay it home.
Her teammates involved, and she's really good at that. She's at the school record at LMU, actually, for single game assists, single season assists, and career assists. And so some openings for her teammates in red.
Kaká Malchines that time found an opening, and that's a good screen by Dantas to allow it. Ramirez going to try for 3 and rattle it home.
They got Camila Cardoso back on for that possession. So
fresh Camila as well.
Yeah.
Dantas working on the smaller Jaquez, and that ball just purely going through the hoop. Ramirez, Valenzuela, two-man game. Ramirez rejects the screen that time. Hesitates and leaves. Valenzuela open for three. A big shot here in this game. And when you look at Brazil, they've had 2 games where they've had to kind of answer.
Defensive end, she bangs with the best of them down low, but up top, cannot leave her open.
She has 9 points and counting. Dantas is with this win and also punch her ticket to the World Cup pre-qualifying tournament here in Chile. And Cardoso keeping the ball high for her 19th point of the night. 42-34 the rebounding count now starting to swing Brazil's way. Ramirez to the glass. At the FIBA AmeriCup, it's a 10-point advantage. Under 5 to play. Nascimento missed the 3. Victoria all alone as no one found her body.
Yeah. Late in this game, specifically, once they kind of got those scramble situations under control, they're shooting over 53%, almost 54% from the field. And the offensive rebounds are a killer when you're looking at shots like this right now. Second chance points, 20.
Jaquez working on the defense of Cardoso. Jaquez swallowed up by Cardoso. 14 Mexico. They do have one more timeout remaining with 3:23 remaining in the game. Dantas spinning her way to the rim. Cardoso on the follow. Trying to help them get a stop here. Victoria on her defense. Nascimento for 3. In and out. Dantas with another offensive rebound.
Nobody got a body. Are so focused on getting Cardoso out of the key that they forget there's another WNBA player there looking to get an offensive rebound.
Victoria on the run.
Didn't feel like that for a lot of this game. It felt like they had control of the game despite being down. And what a finish there, but
will remain perfect here in Santiago and look forward to the winner of Argentina and Puerto Rico as they get one to go. And that's how we end this one. The scoreline won't tell the complete story. Mexico showed signs of life in this one, and we're close to pulling off an upset with the fourth quarter.